what I'm going to show you are the things, maybe it's not the most cutting edge things, but I'm going to show you two things that I think are really interesting trends that I believe touch the soul. One is good real. So a bunch of you probably have young kids, high school, college, out of college, up to 30 years old, come to you and say, hey, I want to pick your brain. Right? I used to get it a lot and still do. And some of the conversations are, I'm an investment banker. I've been at Goldman, and I'm 25, I'm 27, et cetera. They want to talk to me about this. Always ended with the same thing. Will you introduce me to Tom's Shoes? Tom's Shoes in the United States, if you don't know, you buy a pair, they give a pair. You buy a pair, they donate a pair. They were one of the early companies in this last wave to do this, to unite their brand directly with giving in a very one-to-one basis, right? So I started to think about what happened. And here in the United States, I looked at kids that were coming in my door and said, well, the first 10 years of their life, this is what they saw if they lived in the US, pretty much around the world. Donald Trump, greed is good, jets, bigger houses, get more, I want more, et cetera. It was us, right? That's what they saw. They were children of ours. They saw it on TV, and they saw the parents. In the next 10 years of their life, I got to say, is a little bit of a what the fuck, right? Foreclosures, Mr. Madoff, war, 9/11, foreclosure. I mean, if I was a kid growing up in the first 10 years, I'm seeing a math equation that says, if this equals this, I don't want it. I want to do some things differently. I want to be good in this world and do good, right? So I think that was one of the things. The other thing, and I don't know if this is the same here in Australia, I have to assume it's the same, shit's changed, right? When I grew up, I had one trophy in Little League Baseball. I never hit the ball. Billy Hummer hit the home run to win us the championship, and I got a trophy. Isn't that weird? I remember Billy Hummer. I was like probably this big. I had one trophy. Amy, my wife and I, my bride and I, we walked into a house. We were looking for our first house. And I remember walking into one of these houses as we were shopping, walked into this room and looked around. It's a kid's room, a girl's room. All these trophies are on the wall. They're all for swimming. I leaned over to her and I said, I think she's an Olympic athlete. Right? Right? But the other side to this everybody's a winner kind of mentality that we've invoked into our kids and into this generation also begs a deep-rooted question for them. Why should somebody be a loser? Why should the kids from Africa suffer? Why should people go without shoes? Why should there be, why should these diseases be rolling out across the world? So I think that's an important thing that has affected that generation and the way they look at the world. I see it all the time. These are some companies that in the United States, and One Hope I deal with, which is a wine brand. They've done a marvelous job. And no, they don't donate a bottle of wine for each bottle sold. No, but they're a great brand. Good 360, which is here in Australia. I'm on the board, and we just started, Carl helped with it, and it's founded by a woman named Allison here in Australia also. And what Good 360 does, it's a not-for-profit. Corporations donate their excess inventory, surplus inventory, returned inventory. They get a nice tax deduction for it. And we put it in a marketplace and allow not-for-profits actually to take everything for free. They just pay for transport costs. In the United States, we moved $300 million of goods last year, $9 billion to date. So these are some of the, thank you very much. So those are some of the manifestations of good, and I think it's really important. It's one way of creating soul with your brand.